Hello guys, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. So today we are going to be talking about advanced level. So we'll be answering a past GCE question in the subject biology. And this question goes like this. Briefly describe how a named herbivore is adapted for mechanical and chemical digestion of cellulose. So now we'll be talking about a herbivore. In this our case, we'll be talking about a sheep because it has four chamber stomach. So we will name these stomachs. We will know that the four chamber stomachs present in the herbivore, we have the rumen, the reticulum, the omasum, and the abomasum. Even though I've not named them in the chronological order, but those are the four chamber stomachs, and we're going to be explaining how cellulose is digested in the stomach. So firstly, we have microorganisms which are present helps in digestion of cellulose. These microorganisms which are present in the stomach of the ruminant. So we'll start. In the first chamber stomach, food is mixed with saliva and undergoes fermentation by symbiotic organisms. The food is chewed. During that process of chewing, it is mixed with saliva and is fermented in the first chamber stomach together with symbiotic organisms. The microorganisms produce cellulase, which the ruminant is unable to manufacture by itself. So the presence of these organisms is to produce cellulase, and we know that cellulase is an enzyme which is used to digest cellulose. All enzymes, as we commonly know, have they always end with the three-letter word ACE, that is ASE. So in biology, anywhere you read and you end with ACE, we know that you should first suspect that we are talking about an enzyme. So the enzyme in this case which helps in the breakdown of cellulose is the cellulase enzyme, which is being produced by this symbiotic organism. The microorganism produce this cellulase. After fermentation, carbolic acid and methane are formed. So during the process of fermentation, carbolic acid and methane are formed, which are byproducts from the process of fermentation. The acid are then absorbed by the host and used as major source of energy in respiration. So during the process of fermentation, carboxylic acid, carbolic acid, and methane, which are given off, are used by the host, which is the herbivore, for respiration as an energy source. So in the second chamber, where the curd is formed into pellets, so in the second chamber of the stomach, the curd, which is the chewed grass, is formed into pellets and is then regurgitated and rechewed. This term regurgitated means the ruminant recalls back the food, that it calls back the food from the first chamber stomach into its mouth and chews it properly, because the first time it was not properly chewed, so it rechews it to increase the surface area for digestion, and it reswallows it after chewing. The food is then reswallowed and undergoes further fermentation and is sent to the reticulum. So after the food has been rechewed, it is swallowed back and is moved directly it moves directly to the reticulum for further fermentation. After the further fermentation, the omasum and the obomasum, the omasum and the abomasum, the food is then sent to these two systems of the stomach, where digestion has already taken place in the reticulum, and the food now is sent to the omasum and the abomasum, which is now corresponding at the level of a normal human being. That is where now the breakdown cellulose can now be absorbed. So this digestion of cellulose ends at the process of the reticulum, that is the third chamber stomach, no, the second chamber stomach, so digestion ends in the reticulum. Digestion of cellulose ends in the reticulum. This, why it is ending the reticulum, is because we are trying to see why cellulose digestion ends there. No, sorry. Digestion ends Digestion of cellulose ends in the reticulum because the herbivore is unable to produce the enzyme cellulase. So now the presence of that symbiotic organism now help in the production of cellulase, which helps in the breakdown of cellulose so that it can be absorbed by the herbivore. Thanks, and if I have made an error, feel free to comment by bringing up your worries and I shall attend to them. Thank you. Once more, I am an advanced level student preparing for the year 2026. So if you are like me, come together, let us study. You're welcome.